dwelling on things gets the best of us. And I know it sure as hell gets the best of me. Sometimes I can't even like catch myself in trying to not think about something and not dwelling on it. There's no point in keep thinking about it and dwelling on what could have or should have been, but more so just focusing on what's in front of you right now. What problem or what solution is here and how you can move forward. Dwelling on things and thinking about what if, the could haves, the should haves does you nothing but make you live in the past. And that's something that you don't want to do. You don't want to rob yourself the joy of the present. You don't want to rob yourself of the joy and the excitement of the future and what could be. The other day where I had such a shitty night and I had fallen asleep and I was tossing and turning because I could not stop thinking about what was bothering me. And in the morning when I woke up, I was still thinking about it. And I was hoping by the time I woke up that I would not be thinking about it, but it was something that's still on my mind. And I told myself, I'm not gonna let this ruin my whole day ahead of me. You know, this thing really upset me the night before and I'm not gonna allow it to drag on till today. Because if I'm so focused on that negative thing all day, I forget to realize all the positives ahead, all the positives that are here in front of me. There's so many possibilities and there's so many positive outcomes that can happen in your day if you really just pay attention. But we're so focused and we're so caught up in everything else, every materialistic thing out there, that we forget about the little things that matter. A lot of things are not as bad as we make them to be or as we think that they are. And if you're someone like me who overthinks the shit out of everything, yes, I am guilty of that. I'm guilty of blowing things out of proportion and thinking that they are like the worst possible thing that could happen. But I've eased up a bit and I've learned that if it doesn't kill me, it makes me stronger. And there's some reason for it to have happened. One way or another, whether I understand it now, I'll understand it later. And you'll realize that some things present themselves to you and that chapter will have a title after you go through it, after you've learned the lesson. So tell yourself, what does this dwelling on this negative thing gonna do for me? Besides make me upset and make me carry on these negative vibes throughout my day. Take yesterday's losses with a grain of salt and dust those shoulders off. Learn to just make them as minuscule as possible and don't allow yourself to grow them to be such big situations. As shitty as it sounds, when some shitty stuff happens, that's the way it's supposed to turn out and that's the way it's supposed to happen. And now it is your job to stop dwelling on the fact that it did happen, but start making moves and deciding, okay, what am I gonna do about this from here on out? What can I learn from this? Where can I go next? How can I make this a better situation? If you stay stuck on something for so long, you're gonna get tired and you're gonna grow more sad. You're gonna grow more depressed. It's like the holding the cup. If you hold a cup with water, it's not that heavy. It's just a cup of water. But if you hold on to it for a very long time, your arm starts to get heavy because you're holding on to it. And that's the same thing as holding on to things that shouldn't matter. When you hold on to something negative for so long, it starts to hurt you. And it starts to hurt you in more ways than one. It doesn't allow you to grow. It doesn't allow you to learn. It doesn't allow you to enjoy what is. Let come what comes and let go what goes. And see that what remains. And what remains is for you. And then you learn to appreciate it better. You learn to enjoy it more and focus and realize this is for me because this has stayed. Everything else that's gone, everything else that's not meant for you is fleeing from you from this moment. And what is meant for you, the better you, is on its way. Always look up, you know, learn to always look at the silver lining. Look at the positives. And if you learn to get excited about the future, look forward to the good things that are coming, you live your life more happier because you're looking forward to the next best thing. Think of it like this. In order to heal a wound, you have to stop touching it. So just like the past, in order to get over the past, you have to stop dwelling on it. You have to stop thinking about it. Dwelling on something for so long, it doesn't change anything. It's not going to change what already happened. And that's the point that I'm trying to make, is that no matter how much you dwell, no matter what kind of situations and plan that you can draw up in your head of what could have happened or what could have been different if you would have made a different move, It doesn't change anything, and it doesn't change the fact that it has already happened. It is already there. That is there. You are here, and the future is there. So only things that you have control over is right now, right here, your mindset and your decision to think of the present, think of the future, and not dwell on the negative past. Happy Monday.